Hello, fellow moviegoers and fellow collectors. Simon back with another video. Now, as I've explained in multiple videos before, I am rebuying DVDs that I used to own, ones that I've lost over the years, or ones that I've lost the cases for, or the discs, etc., as my collection has just been all over the place. So my aim is to get all of the stuff I once owned and all of the stuff that I'm sort of missing parts of. So today we're going to be going through a stack of DVDs that I've acquired from various charity shops and just show you guys them and yeah, the versions that I have acquired to put in my collection now. Before we move on, I'm just going to say to you guys, if you're interested in buying some DVDs from me, as I do sell them as well, if you visit my Vinted link in the description, there'll be loads of DVDs and stuff on there as well, because I am picking some up to sell as well as buying them for my own collections. Right, let's start off with my favourite type of DVD case, and I will repeatedly say this. It is the Snapper case, and this is a Snapper version of Mars Attacks. The disc is a little bit mashed, but I already have the disc for this, so I just needed this one for the case. And man, I love these Snapper cases with the cardboard, and it's just such a mission trying to find these in good condition, because normally, you know, they're either scratched or marked or dented, but this Mars Attacks is in absolutely fantastic condition. As a film, it's not bad. It's one that I liked as a kid. On a rewatch, don't like it quite as much as I did from back in the day, but definitely one I need in my collection. Next up, we have Shutter Island. Probably one of DiCaprio's best performances, and probably one of the weirder Scorsese films. You know, like he normally does your dramas, and this, although this is a drama, it's a little bit more. There's a little bit more to it than that. I don't want to give anything away. But genuinely, I think one of DiCaprio's best performances, and just a great one to have for the collection. Next up, quality 90s horror. It is Candyman. Now, I don't know what happened to this. I had this at some point. There you go. I don't know what happened to it. But this is the special edition. I don't know if it's a different cut to the original. It does say it's got some extra stuff as well, so I look forward to watching that version. Really good underrated horror movie if you've never seen it, and I heard that the remake was really bad, so yeah, let me know how that was. Now, I put on my social media the other day that I rewatched American Pie, the first one, and it wasn't very good. It had some iconic scenes, but I gave it like a 6 out of 10, and I always remember and thought that the second movie was way better. So I'll be watching this with Vicky soon, and I'll give you my review on my social media, on my Instagram. But yeah, I always thought this one was better, had a better story, the characters are better, they dumbed down the characters that weren't quite that interesting from the first one, and they brought people like Stifler into it more as main characters. I think that's why this one got my vote. But I did buy a couple of the others that I will go through in another video. Next up, we have a beautiful snapper of a film I reviewed on this channel. If you haven't seen my 2010 Year We Make Contact review, go back on the channel now and watch it. It is a snapper version of 2010, the year we make Contact. Yeah, incredible, underrated science fiction film, I think. I think a really great sequel to one of the greatest science fiction films of all time. But I think this is legitimately worth your time, especially if you're a science fiction fan and you've never seen it. And if you're a fan of 2001 and you've never taken the time to watch this, do it. Believe me, you won't regret it. It does add a lot. It doesn't take anything away from the first one, I don't think, at all. It just adds a little bit more, and it has some really great scenes and characters. So yeah, next up, American Beauty, an absolute classic. Just an incredible film, a classic for me, and yeah, one that I definitely had back in the day. Wow, it's really dusty inside there. You never know who these are going to have. Next up, we have Fargo. Great film. Never really watched it back in the day. I think I watched this for the first time probably in the late 2000s, I would say. I was very late to this movie, but boy did I enjoy watching it. It was great. I picked up, I think I have a Region 1 version of this, but this is definitely a Region 2 version. I don't know where that other version is. It could be in the loft, it could be wherever. But I wanted to make sure that I definitely had this film in the collection, so I went ahead and bought it. Yeah, absolutely love that. Definitely requires a rewatch, as I haven't seen it in a while. Next up, a really cool version of this film, a version of it I've never seen before. It is Train Spotting, but I've never seen one in this sort of orange special edition case with orange disc, and it even has the original receipt in it. And the year on this, does it have a year on it? This was bought on the 4th of the 8th, 2006. That might be the year that this version of it came out. This is 2003, so it would have been a couple of years after. But yeah, cracking British film, obviously. For all you non-British people watching this, this is an absolutely amazing film about the disparity of using drugs in Scotland. I suggest you watch it if you haven't seen it. It is incredible. Ewan McGregor is the main star of the movie. It's fantastic. One of the best British films of all time, I would say. I haven't seen the second one, so I'll pick that up at some point and give that a watch. I heard it wasn't bad from everyone. Next up, again, another version of the film in a case that I've never seen before. It is True Romance in this shiny Iconic Films set. Now, I've seen these versions of films before, but I haven't seen this version of this movie, and it's just a slip cover, and then it comes out. But it's actually in really good condition. The edges and stuff are really not bad. So I thought that was just a really cool little version and one I've never seen. And anything shiny, you know me, just absolutely gets me. If you've watched this channel long enough, you'll know anything shiny, I'm just like, yeah, okay, that seems like the better version to me. But I do like that film a lot. Really cool. Another sort of underrated 90s one that I think tried to be quite Tarantino-esque. I don't think it captured that sort of side, but I do think it's a really good film. An absolute classic up now, Shaun of the Dead. I mean, what do I need to say about this film? One of the greatest comedy horrors of all time, probably maybe even the greatest. But I just needed a version for my collection. I think I've got the disc downstairs. I just needed the case. So yeah, picked that up for basically nothing. It's a classic you have to have. Next up, talking of Tarantino, it is Pulp Fiction. Now, I had the slightly different version of this before, which had the more red cover. Obviously, this one's the black with the slice of the red. I don't know what the difference is in the versions of them, or if there are any cuts. I think I had a 2-disc, and this is just a 1-disc version. But I don't really mind. I mean, this is one of my favourite films of all time. But yeah, if it's the same cut, I'll be happy. I'll check the other one and see. I don't know what the difference is in the versions, but I do like the black case. I actually like it a lot more than I like the red one. It looks more 90s. I don't know what it is about it. Wow, talking of underrated films, and there's a film called Go. Now, oh man, it's so hard to put this. It's your typical 90s. It's very much a coming of age story, but they're not really depicted as young teenagers. They're kind of older teenagers. Really, really complex story about getting muddled up in things that you shouldn't. I highly, highly recommend this. It's in my top 50 favourite films of all time. Very hard to explain what this movie does and what it is, but it is awesome. And I think if you see it, as a collector especially, you should pick it up and give it a watch and make up your own mind. But I think it's a story that's told in a really cool way. A very, very good film. Next up, Mr. Tom Cruise in an 80s classic. It is Cocktail. Have to have this in the collection. Oh my god, look at the marks inside that one. I need to give this one a clean. But yeah, Cocktail, great film. A classic. I'm a big Tom Cruise guy. I think he is one of the best actors of all time. I think that he's done so many different types of films from when he was young all the way up to now. I do think that he is just an absolute legend, and I like probably 99% of what he's done. There's a few things I'm like, but for the most part, he's great, and his 80s stuff is just off the hook, and Cocktail is one of those movies that's just personally a classic. Right, a couple of snappers, 3 snappers in a row. First of all, a snapper of Contact with Jodie Foster and Matthew McConaughey. Now, I haven't seen this one in ages. I remember it being quite good. Lovely little snapper there, and you see in the cover. God, I just love these cases so much. They are beautiful. But this one's in really good nick actually. It's got a tiny little mark at the top, but you can barely see it. If I find a nicer version, maybe I might change this and sell this one. But really nice snapper there of contact. This needs a rewatch. Remember little bits of it, but not much. But I do remember it being very good. Now this one is a special snapper. Now this is LA Confidential, a very cool crime noir story. With everyone in this one: Kevin Spacey, Russell Crowe, Guy Pearce, Kim Basinger, Danny DeVito. I mean, it is a stacked cast. Now, I thought, wow, that's a really nice looking snapper. And then I opened it and I thought, wow, that's a really nice looking snapper. And then I opened it again and I thought, oh my God, look how beautiful that snapper is. With kind of like a promotion in the side for the movie, with like all of the reviews. I haven't seen another. I'm sure there are other snapper cases that do this, but I haven't seen one like that folds into. Great film. This version of it is even nicer. Never seen another one of these in the wild. I might pick one up to sell if I do, because I think someone's probably gonna want this version just because it's so nice. But yeah, cool film. And probably the best snapper that I have, I would say, out of all the cases, because of just that beautiful second folding section. Really cool film, and really happy with that as well. And I think this is the final snapper. It is another really great film, The Witches of Eastwick, with of course Cher, Susan Sarandon, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Jack Nicholson. I would say probably 3 of the hottest women of all time in this film. It's like, yeah, okay, things happen to me when I watch this film, but also obviously they are fantastic in the roles as well. And Jack Nicholson, playing, maybe the son of the devil himself, who knows. This is a very cool film that I suggest you have in your collection, or at least you watch, because it is awesome. About, well, 3 women who have certain powers that are brought out by a certain guy. Very cool film. I suggest you watch that one if you hadn't. Oh, there is another snapper. Sorry. And the final snapper is Val Kilmer, Carrie-Anne Moss, Tom Sizemore. That's a great cast in Red Planet. An underrated sci-fi film that I don't see many people talking about anymore. There's a few sort of unbelievable parts in it. They take some liberties with Mars itself. I'm not sure at the time. There are things we found out since that we probably didn't know at that point. But I will say, a very good film. I love Carrie-Anne Moss in anything. I think she's brilliant. Same with Val Kilmer. And obviously Tom Sizemore is a cracking actor. Yeah, really underrated. If you like your sort of Mars stuff and you like sci-fi, I think you should really pick this one up. I think it's an underrated one. And now just a few more, then I move on to sort of the special versions that I picked up of things. So quickly flying through: Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull, lovely shiny version. I don't think this film is half as bad as everyone says it is. It's a million times better than Dial of Destiny. It has its issues and some performance issues, I would say, but not half as bad as everyone remembers. I still quite like this movie. Not as good as the other 3, obviously, but I don't think a bad entry necessarily. Just doesn't quite live up to the rest of them. But I thought, nice shiny version there, 2-disc. I have to pick that one up. Next up, we have the Blair Witch Project. I nearly couldn't say it then. This film's okay. I've never really loved it. I never really got the love that it got at the time. Like, I thought it was pretty good, but not as great as other horror stuff. Although I understand it influenced so many films and pretty much started a genre, which I totally understand. But yeah, I didn't like it as much. But I think if you have a collection, especially of horror, I think that this one has to be in it. Next up, we have Sunshine. Danny Boyle doing a space film. It is incredible. In my favourite 50 movies of all time. Absolutely incredible. Right up there when it comes to science fiction as well, especially, you're kind of trapped in space on a spaceship sci-fi. This is up there. I mean, the cast as well is just insane. Chris Evans, Cillian Murphy, Benedict Wong, Michelle Yeoh. It is absolutely stacked with awesome actors, great performances, and genuinely some of the best sci-fi stuff I've ever seen. Danny Boyle is a legend. He should do more sci-fi because this is absolutely brilliant. And last up of the sort of normal DVDs, and then I've got about 5 special ones to show you and 1 Blu-ray. I have Me, Myself and Irene. Now, I'm trying to collect all the Jim Carrey films that I absolutely love, and this is definitely one of the good ones. Yeah, just a really good, funny film. Just the sort of normal version of it there. But yeah, I want all the Jim Carrey films that I like and love, and this is one of the ones that I really, really like. Now, moving on to some special versions and some sort of different ones that I've got. I'll do the Blu-ray first, because the Blu-ray is actually... I normally do the Blu-rays last, but this is the most uninteresting one. I'm just doing it then because it's a Blu-ray. It's Avatar on Blu-ray. Sealed as well, but annoyingly in one of those thin Blu-ray cases that I can't stand, that just takes up less space but is more annoying somehow, because when you look at all your Blu-rays, the small ones are different sizes. So I hate these little thin Blu-rays. I don't know why they've done them to save space or whatever, but yeah, the spines don't look as nice. The DVDs don't feel as good. I much prefer the fatter Blu-rays, but Avatar, one you've got to have, I guess. I haven't seen the second or the third one. Other sci-fi dudes, because I'm a big guy, you can kill me if you want, but I liked the first one, but I didn't love it like everyone else did. Next up, we have an interesting version of Dune. Now, this one under the name Alan Smithy instead of David Lynch, because this one was done without his approval. This is well over 3 hours. It has all the original footage that was cut from the David Lynch version of the movie, so all the stuff that he filmed that never got put in. The weird thing is there's been no effects, you know, no digital restoration, no overdubs or anything like that on the extra footage. So it's very weird watching this, how it just goes from, you know, really crisp, not crisp, but obviously nice looking film, and then goes very, very grainy very quickly, you know, with no color additions, no color grading, nothing like that. So this version is a hard watch because you can tell which scenes were scrapped and which scenes were kept in the David Lynch one. It does add a hell of a lot of stuff and is way longer, but I didn't enjoy it as much as the theatrical cut, even though, you know, Dune, the David Lynch version, isn't the best film in the world ever. You know, it didn't come to fruition quite as they wanted it to. This version is better for fans, but worse for general audiences to watch. So it's great that I'm going to have this next to my theatrical version of Dune. But yeah, never seen this version until now. It's nice to see it in all of its glory, but I would stick with the theatrical cut. Also, that version of Dune came with this incredible Dune movie poster, which at some point I will be framing to put in, you know, whatever room we end up going to, and it becomes my media room. Look how awesome that is. So that's another reason why it was cool to pick this version up. Next up, we have a version of Memento I've never seen before, which is, I don't know, like a white Pathé special edition that's got a slip cover and comes with this sort of really big chunky case. So it's the same size as, almost the same size as a VHS, but it has Memento 3-disc version. So there's loads and loads of extra stuff on this one. And yeah, I've never come across this version before. This case itself is in really good condition. It's a bit battered on the actual slip cover itself, but I still think it's a great version. I'll pick up a slightly better slipcase if I see it anywhere. But yeah, never seen that one before. Love this film, love Christopher Nolan. But yeah, cool version to have, I think. Was a film I really enjoyed at the time. I'm not sure how well the CGI has stood up to today's standards, but it is Final Fantasy: The Spirit Within. As you can see, this very weird, I don't know how to quite describe it, shiny, it's like a cover it's almost translucent, where the front goes through and you can see the sort of back plate is silver. It's hard to describe. I've never seen a version of anything like this. I've actually seen maybe a couple of American ones that are like this. It's really hard to get out of its case, but it does look really cool as well. I won't put it out there just in case I damage it. But yeah, really, really cool film that I liked at the time. And I always remember the Linkin Park music video for this film as well. But yeah, very, very cool version that will look very nice in the collection. And finally, I picked up this steelbook of Cloverfield. Absolutely love this film. It's so good. And this is a really cool, like, new secrets revealed steelbook with 2 discs as well. And I thought that was just, you know, steelbooks are the ones that all collectors, I hold that the right way, all collectors kind of love. And this is a really cool version of Cloverfield. Yeah, that's it, guys. I mean, I have tons of DVDs that I've bought that I'm going to go through with you lot. Like I said, I've got tons of stuff to sell as well. So go down the link in the description, go on my Vinted. I've got VHS, CDs, bloody everything that you can imagine. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Loads more to come on the channel, loads more of a collection to show off. And hopefully at some point I can start compiling this and putting it somewhere where it can be displayed in all of its glory. Thank you very much to my patrons who have been on screen. I love you very much. Thank you. If you do want to come over and join me and support me on Patreon, the link is in the description. You get all sorts of things over there and videos that you don't get on YouTube. As for the rest of you, hit that like, subscribe, share, try and do everything you can to get these videos out there. I would massively appreciate it. And as always, I shall see you dudes in the next video.